Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Harakak Kodash Barakatum. Give honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, to the octagon across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say shalom. A little walk and talk, this thing about being in the truth. When we come in, we read yesterday about it being sweet in their mouth, but bitter in the belly. It's cool. In the beginning, first come in and you're Israelite. You hear about you have the wives, and here you're gonna have slaves, and you start to increase in his wisdom, his knowledge, you increase in sorrows. And now you find out that it's not cool, so to speak, to be an Israelite or to be in the truth. It's good to talk about, and Lord willing, I'm gonna be able to find this app where I can go live and still have the scriptures, but I'm just gonna quote some. If brothers still on the common board, make the men on the common board, the truth post scriptures. Lord willing, I'll get to them when I read them. All right, but this truth is, like I said, I believe it's wisdom of Solomon. It'll take you by wisdom, will take you by crooked paths, so she can trust you with her ways. Torment you with her law. Once you get into the truth and start to understand that it requires work, requires sacrifice, requires humility. And at some point, and sometimes, it requires your life. There's been a lot of brothers come and go, and it's true. They couldn't take the heat. When the going got tough, they got going. It's good to talk about. I believe it was in Solomon 2. I think it was, no, I'm not, no, it was maybe second address. It's about woe to him that are faint-hearted. We should not be defended. So the truth is about being strong. It's about enduring. Okay? Make not haste in that time of trouble. Because we're all going to face a trial, affliction. We're all going to face circumstances that are going to test our faith, going to test our integrity, our strength, our love for the Lord. All right? These things are very vital to your salvation, because the Lord is watching. What are you going to do when you get ridiculed for this truth? What are you going to do, when you start growing your beard out and your mom or your dad or your wife or your sister, neighbor, your boss start mocking you, calling you a Muslim, calling you Moses? Are you going to shave your beard off again? Are you going to run away from the Lord and the truth because your wife, your family has alienated you from their group? He said, just could talk about blessed the man, roughly paraphrasing, I don't know if I got the word blessed right. Women should separate you from their company. Is that going to be cool for you? Or are you going to be okay with not being in the circle of the cool kids at the lunch table? And it's not for some people. Some brothers came from a very popular background where people have liked them, and they've always been like the life of the party and the one that everybody wants to be around, to being shunned, being separated, being talked about. This Israelite thing of ours is not a trend. It's not a gimmick. It's a lifestyle, way of life. It's a belief that we have in doing this work that we're going to get salvation. And the road to salvation is not going to be a road full of cherries. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be bruises. All right. Scriptures talk about he who departed from wisdom maketh himself a prey. So once we start to fully engulf ourselves in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, once we start following the law, statutes, and commandments, and really operating in the spirit and executing, what is written and incorporating what is written in our lifestyle, we become a target. And some of us have never been shot at before. Some of us have never been chased. Some of us have never been pointed out, but like, oh, there he goes, let's get him. And that's what happens when you're in the truth. You're going to face times where people are going to try to make mock of you, to try to injure, try to hurt you, try to destroy your confidence and faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai by doing things to test your spirit, to test your faith, to test your integrity. The Lord is looking for soldiers. He's looking for the tough guys in the spirit. All right? So one thing we understand is that nobody's going to walk this truth and not face an affliction. The Lord says, am I therefore become an enemy? I'll tell you the truth. We are enemies to the world, man. Like, we're enemies to our wives, to our children, because we don't throw big birthday parties for them. And we don't put a Nimrod's ride in the middle of the living room and deck it with silver and gold, which is the garland, These things weigh on brothers, man. All right, is it cool being the one that has to pick brothers up? Is it cool being the one that always got to house brothers? See, the work shouldn't be burdensome for you, man. Okay? You think it's cool that you walk past and see your brother in his garments, all the tribes together behind the 12 tribe sign, teaching, holding up signs. You stop, you look, you listen. And when you get your questions answered, or something that you've been pondering on for years, or had some discrepancies about the contradiction of the scriptures, which there is none, you get your answers. And what do you say? I don't know the Bible like you guys. I wish I did. Or you men are so wise. So you come back. You come back and you listen again, week after week, month after month, sometimes year after year. So the Lord put the Spirit to deem you worthy in the camp. So now that you're in the camp, you have to start working. Now you're being examined. Now you're being scopeoed. Now you're being asked where your video's at. Now you're being asked why you're not at the camp. Now you're being asked why did you finish your role. You see, these things are something that are burdensome to people. They're not used to so-called checking in. They're not used to having young men over them. For those who came in, at a more mature age, the truth is not about being cool. It's about serving the Lord, truth and sincerity, humility and charity. At the end of the day, we're not here to be superstars. We're not here to blend the word with the truth, making rap videos and, portraying the image of a rapper or a rock star. All right, the truth ain't cool. All right, the truth ain't it's not glorifying to the world, man. It's good to talk about what profit is it in me that I serve the Lord. And that word profit is P-R-O-F-I-T. You see? So since you're not benefiting monetarily in this truth, they tend to equate that with failure. They tend to equate that with oppression. Well, we're not here to get rich. You could have said we have a treasure hidden in earthen vessel, which is us in the body. You know, we're stored about treasures in heaven, man. Our thieves can't steal, moths don't corrupt. You know, Yahweh Shem Shai has set us up to be a mocking stock, a gazing stock into the world, into the people, a spectacle. And if we're not willing to undergo scrutiny, we're not willing to undergo mocking and um, being bared false witness against, it's not for you, man. Because the truth requires us to be Clark Kent, which is somewhat of a dull, incognito character in the world. And some brothers, you know, they like to be on Front Street. They want to be the main man. When they say on that one movie with Nat Turner and was that Chadwick Boseman died? Oh, girl, she like shiny shit gets shot, man. So you want to be front and center. You want to be the big head, the head, HIC, the head Israelite in charge. You know, you're just making yourself a bigger target and making yourself bringing to yourself unnecessary trouble and attention and affliction that, you know, we don't need. You know, knowing the truth, walking in the faith is tough enough. You know, so you want to add more to your affliction by trying to be a super duper Israelite, trying to save the world. When you get rejected, it's good to talk about casting out that pearl among swine that they turn around you. You know, now here you are trying to save the world. You're trying to drop nuggets and breadcrumbs to people to get them to come to the truth. But when you start to realize that there are demons and stuff, you get upset. Now you want to curse them. Well, King David said that the table will be made a snare. So they're already cursed. The Lord didn't choose them to be in the truth. They're already cursed. So what do we have to do? We have to pick up the pieces, keep on pushing forward, man. At the end of the day, it's about serving Yahweh Shem Shai and enduring His work and His walk. You know, not to be portraying the truth like it's some club, man. All right, we're not here to make it seem like the truth is for everybody, like it's glorious to, or not glorious, because it is glorious. You know, make it seem like it's all inclusive, man, and it's not. This is an exclusive club. The elect, the 144 and the elect are exclusive. All right, they're picked out, they're separated. All right? Scriptures talk about wisdom of Solomon, how he said, who are these that received the crowns and palms? See, these are the ones that stood so stiffly for the name and for the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right, overcoming the ridicule, overcoming the reason why discouraging of the world. Because people blame Jake for their problems. All right, and more importantly, if you look at the government, Esau, the elites, the BHIs, what they call the Black Hebrew Israelites, there's no such thing as black. We're all different shades of brown. You know, they blame us for the problems. Are you ready to be blamed for the world's problems? Are you ready to be falsely accused of what's going on in the world? The saying that you're a terrorist, that you're anti-Semitic. It's logic. You know, the truth is not for the weak-hearted, man. Not for the faint-hearted, man. You know, if you're not comfortable, you don't have the testicular fortitude to withstand these fiery darts being cast at you, then, you know, it ain't for you, man. Yahweh Shemi Awashai looking for those who are willing to accept and embrace, all right, being the bad guy. You know, us being in the truth, we're considered bad guys, man. We're considered ants at a picnic and range at a parade. Nobody wants us around. But that's good, man. That's good, because nobody's supposed to like us anyway. We're supposed to love each other. You see? You know, this truth is not a popularity contest, man. You know, so that's my little rant for the morning. We definitely say shalom.